guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Okay, is it just me or was the dating scene in 2025 an absolute show? Everyone is completely just out for themselves. There seems to be a narcissist around every single corner. It doesn't matter how many matches you get, people are just there for validation and a quick hookup. I know exactly how you feel because this was me not that long ago. So, not the hookup, the fact that all I seemed to get was people messaging me asking for a hookup, and obviously that is not what I'm interested in at all. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is going to teach you guys 3 ways on how to manifest your true love using witchcraft. Before anyone says anything, none of these spells go against someone's free will, so please do not come to me in the comments about that because that is not the case. The idea of these spells is to help tell the universe and encourage the person that you want to come into your life, and let's say if their values align with your values, these spells will help you both to come close to one another and ultimately fall in love. That's what we want, right? So today I'm going to teach you guys 3 spells on how to manifest your true love. They're going to range in difficulty, but as always, I'm saving the best till last. Spell number 1. What I want you guys to do is grab a piece of paper and a pen and spend a few moments writing down the type of person you want to manifest in your life. Whether this is a particular person or an ideology of person, so write down how they would look, their personality traits, their aspirations, all that good stuff, as well as how you want to feel when you're with that person, such as safe, secure, the fact that you don't need to worry about them cheating on you or anything like that. Write it all down on a piece of paper, and once you have done so, you can fold it 3 times towards you. You can either then keep it in your pocket as a reminder on the type of person you're trying to manifest, or if you don't necessarily want to carry it around with you, you can burn it and then blow the ashes to the wind. The idea behind this is to put the idea in your head and out to the universe on the type of person you want to manifest. Then it's more than likely going to come towards you because you already know what you want, instead of scrolling through Tinder and just getting bombarded with a load of fuckboys, essentially. And none of us want that. Moving on to the second one. What I want you guys to do is to grab hold of a candle, preferably pink if you have it. If not, don't worry. If you have a tea light, that's completely fine. If you have a white candle, that's also completely fine. After that, I want you to get some cinnamon. As always, as you'll soon realise, cinnamon comes in handy for a lot of things. Not only does it represent happiness and joy, it can also represent good luck. And obviously, the dating scene in 2025, we need a little bit of luck, let's be honest. And then I want you to get hold of some honey. If you don't have any honey, you could use something like sugar, agave syrup, or if you have any coffee syrups lying around, you can use that as well. Anything sweet and anything that you can use to add to your spell work. So what I want you to do is to get hold of your candle, write the words love into the candle, and then sprinkle your honey and your cinnamon on top. And as you're lighting it, I want you to visualize this person that you want to come into your life as clearly and vividly as possible. Think about how they're going to make you feel once they're here. Think of the scenario on how you're going to meet them. And as that candle burns fully, make sure you concentrate on your intentions. If you don't have the time to let the candle burn completely fully, you can like put it out with your fingers, or you can blow it out gently, as this will class as like putting a pause on the spell work. But if you can let it go all the way, that is so much better, as obviously you're no longer being interrupted or anything. But if you do need to pause it, that's completely fine. Okay, so once your candle's burnt fully, and if there's any remnants such as the bottom bit of the candle, any cinnamon or anything like that, you can get the ashes and blow it to the wind, as that's another form of sending your message out to the universe that you are ready and waiting for your perfect person to come into your life. Number 3, I want you to go and find something that represents a spell jar. So it could be something like a old mason jar, old spice jar, completely whatever, as long as you can screw a lid on it, or if there's a cork on it, it's completely fine. Once you've got that, I want you to get some incense, or let's say if you don't have any incense, you can run it under the tap instead. This is just going to be a way of cleansing your spell jar before you start using it, as then it removes any negative energies or any residues that you don't necessarily want in there. Once you've done that, if you didn't burn your manifestation note earlier on in the video, you can reuse it now, but if you did, not to worry, you can write it down again. And what I want you to do is add this note into your spell jar and really visualize the type of love and person that you're trying to bring in. Because at the end of the day, it's all about your intentions. As long as you're crystal clear on what you're wanting to manifest, that is completely fine. You don't necessarily have to do all these different little bits of spell work, but it 110% definitely helps. So once you've got your spell jar and added your note, I want you to get the following ingredients. Some salt. This is going to represent protection. You're protecting your future relationship and yourself. Some basil, because that represents love and healing. Lavender, because it is great for peacefulness and tranquility, and at the end of the day, we don't want a relationship where we're on an emotional roller coaster. We want a nice, chilled, plain sailing relationship where you feel like you can be yourself. So that's the reason behind the lavender. And then obviously, we're going to use the two ingredients that we used earlier on, so cinnamon and honey, because honey represents sweetness, loveliness, and all that sort of stuff that we obviously want in a relationship. Once you've got all your ingredients, you can then add each individual one into your spell jar. As you're doing so, you can focus on the intention of each ingredient, or you can focus on a particular point that you've written down about this person. So whether it's how they'll look, whether it is their personality, all that good stuff, how you're going to meet them, blah blah blah. Concentrate on that as you're making it. Once you put all your ingredients in, you can then get hold of a candle, or let's say if you've got a mason jar and you don't necessarily need to seal it and it seals itself, you don't necessarily have to do this bit, but you can do it anyway if you want to. You can get a pink candle or a normal candle, and you can melt the wax on top of the seal so that it seals your spell inside your spell jar. Because the last thing we want is all the bits getting out and then that's the end of the spell. So we want to keep this little spell jar safe, because at the end of the day, it's what's going to bring us our one true love. So we need to make sure it's safe. Okay, once you've done that, there's a multitude of different ways you can use your spell jar. Technically, now that you've finished creating it, the spell is kind of done, but at the same time, the more you work with your spell jar on a regular basis, the more likely your manifestations are going to come true a lot quicker. So there's a variety of different ways you can do this. So first off, you can meditate with it. You can spend a moment or two holding it in your hands, concentrate on your intentions on a regular basis, or if you don't have the time for that, you can just keep it in your pocket as you go about your day-to-day life, or just place it under your pillow at night. Saying that, you can do all three if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Just a side note, when it comes to manifesting your dream partner, your true love, whatever it is, don't get fixated on the timeline, because I'm not here to promise you that as soon as you've closed your spell jar, in the next 5 minutes, your one true love, Prince Charming, is going to turn up at your door, because the likelihood of that happening is very slim. And at the end of the day, you want your person to come into your life within divine timing, because you don't want someone coming into your life where everything's chaotic and you're not ready for that person, because at the end of the day, they may be the perfect person for you, but if things aren't quite right within your life, the likelihood of it being a very successful relationship is a lot slimmer than it would be, say, if the person came in at the perfect timing. So the quickest way to manifest things is to obviously acknowledge what you're trying to manifest, but then carry on with the rest of your life as though nothing has even happened. Because I know from personal experience, when you look for someone and you try and force it, it doesn't happen. But the second you kind of let it go, they turn up. Keep yourself guys busy, concentrate on self-love and being the best version of yourself, and they will turn up, I promise you. So I hope you guys invite me to your wedding when it happens. And if you guys don't necessarily want to create a spell jar for yourself, or you have a particular intention in mind but you don't really want to do it yourself, feel free to send me a message over on Instagram or on here, or at my email address, info@mysticprimrose.com, because I am more than happy to create it for you. For example, I have love spell jars available over on my website, so if you'd like to purchase one, feel free to use the discount code Mystic20 for 20% off, so you're welcome. And obviously you got here to the end of the video, so I had to reward you one way or another. But no, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!